By the time this happened, our performance wasn't in question. Delivery was consistent. Quality was reliable. The client depended on our output, which meant something else had shifted. What I didn't understand yet was that moments like this are rarely about fixing problems. They're about watching what happens when nothing is broken. When performance stabilizes, evaluation doesn't stop. It moves. This was a regular quarterly planning visit. But on the final day, the rules were no longer the same. As the sessions ended, we were asked to stay behind. Nothing formal. No explanation. Just a pause where there hadn't been one before. Then the question came. It wasn't about the work. It wasn't framed as feedback. We were asked how we felt about the person responsible for our direction. Someone who wasn't in the room. It was quiet, but deliberate. At that moment, performance was no longer the variable. That had already been established. What was being observed was something else. Not what we would say, but how we would position ourselves once advantage was already ours. Whether we would speak loosely, create distance, lower someone else to protect our standing. The work had earned attention. Now behavior would determine what followed. We chose restraint, not silence, but precision. We answered briefly, factually, without tone. No alignment with existing narratives. No distance created. No attempt to protect position by lowering someone else. We didn't defend, and we didn't accuse. We stayed professional. As the conversation continued, the frame became clear. This hadn't been about opinions or alignment. It had been about stability, whether pressure would cause drift, whether advantage would loosen discipline, whether success had made us careless. No one was being evaluated individually. The system was. High-performing teams change the environment around them. They raise expectations, expose inefficiencies, remove excuses that once held. That shift creates resistance, not always openly, often indirectly. Friction becomes personal. Narratives begin to form. The question is never whether criticism appears. It's whether you participate in it. We didn't shift focus. We didn't personalize the moment. We stayed with the work. Communication stayed clear. Cooperation stayed intact. Delivery stayed consistent. Not to signal virtue, not to secure approval, but because alignment mattered more than expression. Success doesn't end evaluation. It changes its direction. Results earn attention. Behavior determines how long that attention lasts. Teams aren't tested most severely when they struggle. They're tested when things are working, and discipline becomes optional. That's when alignment matters most. Not because it's visible, but because it's easy to abandon.